Hi YouTube. So I'm here again with another look. I'm doing Beetlejuice. I know I did it for my husband for Halloween. I'll put a picture over here. Came out really good, so I'm going to try again to attempt to do myself. Here's hoping it'll come out just as good. Okay, as always, I'm going to attempt to take away my eyebrows. It hasn't been easy. First thing I'm going to do is take rubbing alcohol and clean off any oils so that they'll stick better. And then I also have a Marlon spray. It's also got kind of a alcohol base. This is going to help keep the makeup on. And then afterwards, if I wanted to keep it on even longer, I could spray it again. So I've cleaned the eyebrows. I'm going to use my glue stick to glue them on, like so. So I just wanted to show you guys my makeup case. I know I did a video on it, but this is how it's looking now. Here's all my lipsticks, my brushes, my palettes. This is a little messy because it does move around once you move the container and nothing stays exactly in the right spot. But I've got everything I need and a mirror with lights in one place. That's why I like it. So, with that being said, we're gonna get back to work. Again, I'm doing Beetlejuice today. I'm gonna show you how I attempted to do him for my husband. I did show you a picture in the beginning of how he turned out, and I'm hoping I can do even better. Here's hoping. So, I did one layer of my glue stick. I'm gonna do one more. This is just to put my eyebrows down. He does have eyebrows, but I kinda wanna cover him up and then attempt to put his in. So we'll see how that goes. I am going to use my Ben-Eyed Clown white makeup to do his face. My nose itches, sorry. I'm trying my best not to scratch it. I'm going to use a brush to put it on today, a little sponge, because I don't really want it too white. I kind of want a little bit of my skin to show through. So we're going to get to work. Again, I did a pretty good job on my husband for Halloween. So good that everybody wanted to take his photo. It was funny. We were walking in a parade in Jackson Heights, and everyone and anyone was screaming, "Beetlejuice!" as I walked next to him, as his wife. I'm the reason he's dead, or I was. During the parade. As funny as that sounds. Alright, I'm gonna put this all over and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm as white as I need to be. I went back in with some eyeliner and I put black around. What I'm gonna focus on is my eyes. I'm going to go in again with my palette from Marlon. And it's been tried and true. It's been working perfectly well for me. Sorry about the little noise. Again, to use it, you need water. You cannot use it without activating it, and that is what I'm gonna do. Find my brush that I love to use. No special brushes. I just bought some brushes from Marshall's, and this is the brush I like to use the most. Always make sure you have a paper towel handy so you can blot it and get some of the excess color off, because it will run if you don't. So first things first, I'm going to go in with purple. I'm going to make these eyes very, very, very purple. Then I'm going to blend in with some black. His eyes go all the way up. Again, I'm using a photo from the original movie for the scene that I am going to record in a few minutes. We'll see that as well. And I don't like to copy other people's work. I like to do my own. So I try my best not to get inspired. I mean, it's okay to be inspired by someone else, but not to use their work as my own. It just, to me, it just makes it a little bit better if I do it myself and I don't copy. I want to be original and getting my own work to look like the original work. If that makes any sense. It is down a little bit more, so I'm gonna come down right here. The reason I didn't do my full forehead is the wig that we have has partial forehead part, so I didn't want to do it and then have makeup underneath it. So I just try my best to keep it down as far as I thought the wig would. I'm gonna keep on going. So I'm gonna do this eye, and then I'm gonna come off camera and do the other eye. So his eyebrows are dark. This is a darker purple too, so I'm gonna go in with another darker purple. And again, this palette's been awesome because of the fact that the colors are kind of, they last. I haven't felt the need to replace much of any. I do feel like I've used a lot of one of the whites and one of the blacks, but it comes with 3 whites and it comes with 3 blacks. So if you use one up, I don't think it's gonna kill you because you have 2 more of each color. So you see how it's a little too watery down here, and we don't really want that. So I'm gonna try my best not to get it too watery again. Hopefully it'll just dry out quick so I can continue to work. But so far so good. How do we look? So again, I'm having a lot of fun doing these. I'm gonna keep on. If there's any character that you might want to see or think I can do, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to get suggestions on new characters that I might be able to attempt to do. I still have a few more up my sleeve that I want to do that I haven't finished from my Halloween series that I was doing. Unfortunately, time got away from me. I got sick, my little one got sick. We can't really help what happens. We can only adapt and move forward and try to fix it. I'm trying to make this look close to what he had. I'm gonna keep on working here and we'll be right back. So I went in with my 5 o'clock shadow. How does it look? I look like a pirate right now. Arr, matey. I'm gonna finish up the rest of this look with the other eye, then I'm gonna come back and show you some of the textures I'm gonna use and how I'm gonna tie this all back together. Be right back. So I have placed some browns and greens where his mask is. I have moss to put on my face, but right now I want to go in with my black eyeshadow to soften up or make this even darker with eyeshadow instead of just the Marlon. This is a black Marlon eyeshadow, I guess powder, but it's a hard powder. So I'm going to take one of my brushes and I'm just going to take a fluffy brush if I can find one. Take a fluffy brush. I'm going to just take a little bit on here. I think I haven't been really filming myself on camera. I've been looking at my mirror above. I'm telling you, this little case has been a lifesaver. I don't have to take out my big table. I can have all my makeup in one place. Granted, I'm still learning where I'm putting everything, so it hasn't been 100% foolproof. Okay, now I have a benign bruise. I'm going to use that too. It has like the purples and colors. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you. Here it is. So this is a benign bruise tricolor. It's got 4 colors on here, so you can use them for bruising. I think I used it for when I was a zombie a long time ago. But the cool thing is it's got the green, so we can go in and we want to put in another layer of green. It's also got this maroonish color, as you can see on my finger, and you can go in there and get a little bit more of the darker maroon colors. Like, I want to make this so it doesn't look too blotchy, but I gotta say it's coming out pretty darn cool. I'm gonna finish up and I'll be right back with my wig on and my jacket. And, well, I'm gonna do my teeth too. So I'll be right back with my teeth. That's what we'll do first before I put everything on. You know what? I'll be right back with some more stuff. So I have some green moss, thanks to my daughter, Sophia. And I'm also going to be using some spirit gum. I'm going to put the spirit gum on, let it dry a little bit until it gets tacky, and then start putting the moss on. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to do it all over here. Probably a little bit on my eyebrow and then a little bit over here. Then once I put my cap on, I'll do a little bit more. Be right back with that. So I just wanted to show you. So I painted some of this on my face and I'm just letting it dry for a little bit. And I'm taking small little pieces and just patching them in where I feel like they need to go for my look. I don't want them to be too big, like too fat. I want them to just fit in perfectly. Like he would have had moss on his face because he's old. Or, what's the word? Not old. Dead. And we're just going to keep it going down. This stuff does break apart and go all over the place, but hey, at least it's doing what I need it to do. So I'm going to place a little bit above this eyebrow. So again, taking this, being careful not to get this on your eyebrows because you could pull out some of your eyebrows. I'm just going to paint a little bit. We're going to let that sit so it gets a little tacky. And we're going to come in and go, I guess I'll put this piece over here because I had already put some over here. Now, I don't remember how far the mask head goes down, so some of this might not be seen and I might have to redo it on top of the mask, but yeah, at least it looks pretty cool. Could work right here and just make it look like it belongs. It's pretty cool though, how this moss looks really, it brings the look together. Do I look like Beetlejuice so far? I need to still do my teeth, but I'm going to do this in a few minutes, and then I'm going to put on my wig and my jacket, and I'll be pretty much done. Be back in a... Alright, I'm going to do my teeth now. I have several different colors. I have black, I have red, I have green, and I have a brownish color. I'm going to probably use the black, the green, the brown, not the red, but the first thing you want to do is your teeth need to be dry so this will stick. I'm going to... a cotton ball. As dry as possible, making sure you don't touch them with your saliva. I'm going to take the brown first. And then I go on some green. I have green. I think I'm gonna fit like that and keep it. Black. I just take away from the look. Now, if you feel like it's too much or it doesn't look right, you can always take this and just dab a little bit off. Now I'm gonna do the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the top. Alright, now onto the rest of the look. I'll let this dry for a little bit. Once it's dry, it won't come off. It takes a hard time for me just to brush it off. So just let it dry. Alright, I'm back. I'm getting ready to put on this wig. This wig, the thing I like about it is it's really, really snug. So once you get it on, it's not coming off. I don't think I'm going to put all my hair underneath it because you're not going to really be able to see it for what I'm doing. It does, like I said, it has his forehead, which I didn't really like. I kind of like painting my own forehead and then just putting on a wig, but this is how it came. So we're just going to make do with what we have. So my hair, my real hair, I'm just going to stick it in the back of my shirt collar. You can't really see it, which is good. And that's what we're going for. I want to put a little bit of moss up here because he had some. The problem with latex, it's hard to, you have to have special paint, and it's hard to adhere. So there was moss up here when my husband did his, and yes, it stayed on for a little bit, but it didn't stay on the whole time. So we're going to try to attempt to do it again. Yay. But what do you think? Think it's coming out good? Again, if you have any suggestions of any other characters I can do, they'd be greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep on working on this. We're doing pretty good. We're going to let this part dry. I think I need to get one of those small little fans, the ones that you use when you're out and it's so damn hot. I have seen some of the artists that I follow online use them, which I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Them, especially when they're putting on wigs and they're actually adhering their wigs, they like to use them a lot. I don't know. I look like I got a little piece of hair right there. Oh, he had it. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just going to put some over here. I don't know if I want to overdo it. So far I like it. I mean, again, I wish I didn't have this. I wish there was a way for me to fold it in and just use it as a wig. Sometimes you can't have what you want. You just gotta go with what you have and adapt. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna touch up this top part, make it look kind of more white using my clown makeup, and I'll be right back. There is the completed look. I like to say thank you for watching. If you are not part of my channel, please consider subscribing. I do everything and anything. Again, I have no rhyme or reason, but I appreciate everybody who keeps on coming back to check out my channel. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye. I use our I always mess this up. I am going to use my Ben-eyed clown. Wake up. I am going to use my Ben-eyed clown. Wait. Oh my God. Pull it out a little bit. I guess I didn't put any stuff. Well, that would have helped. Please comment below which one you like the best. There is the completed